think now that he's given it a little time, a little bit of breathing room, I think he is seeing some elite playmaking ability. He said that Shedeur Sanders can be ready to start week 1, and he was just way more positive about him, actually, than I even maybe thought he would be today. So that was my big...
Mary Kay Cabot, the most trusted, connected, and respected insider covering the Cleveland Browns, just shut down every hater, doubter, and rumor spreader around Shedeur Sanders and Todd Monken. And she didn't do it quietly. No whispers, no subtle hints. She came out swinging, declaring exactly what a lot of us have felt for weeks. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback of the Browns. Now, let's break down why this is such a big deal. You have to see the environment Mary Kay Cabot was navigating when she dropped this news. The media cycle around the Browns has been absolutely chaotic lately. Reports have been coming from every angle: anonymous sources, unnamed insiders, and people with agendas who don't have the access she has. All of this has painted a picture of uncertainty and chaos surrounding the Browns' quarterback situation.
Because we're not equipped to have him.
Okay, so then
we're not equipped.
Then let's just run Shedeur out there, have the worst quarterback room in the league this year again.
Fine.
Then be up for a rookie, and then all the chatter will be, the Browns are pretty bad.
People have been spreading rumors that Shedeur Sanders isn't the answer, that Todd Monken has doubts, and that the front office is divided. Mary Kay Cabot looked at all that noise and said, absolutely not. That's not what's happening. Here's the truth. Todd Monken himself has called Shedeur Sanders an elite playmaker. Pause on that for a second. Elite playmaker. That's not the language of a coaching staff that's hesitant. That's not a head coach hedging his bets or keeping options open. That's the language of a man who's watched every throw, studied every decision, and reached a definitive conclusion. The more Todd Monken studies Sanders on film, the more confident he becomes. And his conclusion? Shedeur Sanders is the guy. He will be the starter when the Browns take the field next season. Mary Kay Cabot didn't speculate. She didn't say might or could happen. She said it is happening. And this isn't just her voice. She's backed by Andrew Berry, the general manager of the Cleveland Browns, who laid out a full plan for developing Sanders. Berry made it clear this organization is fully committed to building around their young quarterback. He talked about sharpening Shedeur's playbook knowledge, continuing to make explosive plays, and maintaining the growth trajectory everyone inside the building has seen firsthand. Andrew Berry didn't talk about competition, open battles, or bringing in veterans to push Sanders. He talked about development, investment, and building Shedeur Sanders as a franchise cornerstone.
I think the biggest thing that we want to see from Shedeur is just continued growth. I think he grew a lot from start 1 to start 7. I think certainly, playing more efficiency, playing more efficiently, not putting the ball in harm's way as much, would be important. While maintaining the ability to produce out of structure.
Berry also said something that needs to be heard loud and clear. Shedeur Sanders improved in every single game he played last season. Every single game. That's not just good, it's extraordinary. That's the kind of growth you see from franchise quarterbacks. That's the upward trajectory that makes a GM and coaching staff pour everything into a player. And Berry pointed out something else that's crucial. Last season, Shedeur wasn't given the full opportunity a franchise QB needs to truly develop. The circumstances weren't ideal, and the situation wasn't set up for maximum success. But now, everything changes. This offseason, this preseason, this upcoming season, this is Shedeur's moment, and the Browns are giving him full support, no holds barred.
The biggest thing that he can do is learn the new offense, get in with the coaching staff once our offseason program starts, continue to work on his body physically, and then make strides when we actually get on the grass.
Now, let's focus on Todd Monken, because his bond with Shedeur Sanders is one of the most compelling storylines here. This isn't a coach who just inherited a quarterback and is figuring things out on the fly. Todd Monken has wanted to work with Shedeur Sanders from day one. He's always seen the potential and been invested in developing him. From the very first time they met, there was a spark, a connection, chemistry, and a shared vision of what they could build together. When they finally joined forces in Cleveland, Monken didn't hide it. He told Sanders straight up, "We tried to get you last draft, and now you're my starting quarterback." That's not a formality. That's not politeness. That's a coach saying, "I chose you, I believe in you, and we're doing this together." Monken also made it clear in his press conference what he values in a quarterback: personality, confidence, leadership, and the ability to command a locker room. And he didn't mince words. He already knows who that quarterback is. He's not searching for someone new. He has Shedeur Sanders. Beyond the X's and O's, Monken talked about the first time he met Shedeur, the way he carried himself, his presence, his smile, and the immediate impression he left. This is a coach invested in his quarterback, not just on the field, but as a person and a leader. That kind of relationship, that's the foundation championship teams are built on.
Other than I loved his personality. I loved his charisma. I mean, always a smile on his face. At that time, I thought, holy cow, this guy runs like a wideout. You know, this guy looks like a skilled player. I mean, this guy is, elite.
Now, let's call out the haters directly, because they deserve it. Every media outlet spreading doubt, drama, and division around this quarterback situation needs to pause and acknowledge that Mary Kay Cabot, someone who knows this organization better than almost anyone outside the building, has stepped up and set the record straight. And here's why you should trust her above all the noise. This is the same Mary Kay Cabot who correctly predicted Shedeur Sanders would start against the Ravens last season. When everyone else was skeptical, when the doubters were loud and relentless, she stood firm on what her sources were telling her. And she was right. Shedeur played. So now, when she speaks with this level of certainty and specificity about what Todd Monken has said and what Andrew Berry has planned, you better believe she's not guessing. She's not filling airspace or creating hype. She's telling you exactly what's happening inside that building. The Cleveland Browns have struggled at quarterback for years. It's been a franchise-defining frustration, watching other teams lock in their guys while Cleveland cycled through option after option, never quite landing on the answer. But this feels different. This feels like the real deal. You have a general manager publicly and emphatically committed to developing his young quarterback. You have a head coach who wanted this specific player, who sees elite playmaker ability when he studies the film, and who connected with Shedeur the moment they met. And you have a quarterback who improved every single week of his rookie season and is now heading into a full offseason with a staff that believes in him completely. Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. That is not a rumor. That is not speculation. That is what insider information confirms. That is what Andrew Berry's press conference confirms. That is what Todd Monken's own words confirm. And that is what Mary Kay Cabot has now declared loudly and clearly for anyone willing to listen. Haters can keep talking. Doubters can keep doubting. But when September rolls around and Shedeur Sanders takes that first snap as Cleveland's unquestioned starter, remember who told you first and who had the courage to silence all the noise. Browns fans, your quarterback has arrived on the field you love. The era of Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland is officially here.